Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I've got Parkinson's. Today is Make It Monday. What shall we do on Make It Monday today? We're going to do simple rice pudding. I love rice pudding, and this is a very, very easy recipe for it. I'm going to have it printed down in the description box, but for those who want to take a screenshot, if you can read my writing, you're welcome to it. There we go. If you can read my writing. But I will print it in the description box. It takes a little while to cook, so I'm going to get it on to start. So I need 3 cups. You'll notice I'm sitting down at my stove because I don't have a burner at my table, but I'm going to have to get up and down to do this. So it's going to take 3 cups of milk. Now I'm actually using 10% cream, or half and half. You'll hear my coffee maker is going on behind me. It won't be long before it's done though, just so that I could have myself a cup of coffee. And I'm going to keep the half and half out just in case I find that it's a little bit thicker than the milk and it might need a little extra. So I'm just going to that little still there. All right. Now I'm also going to add into my pot my sugar and turn this on to medium. The sugar, I have 3 cups of milk and I have 1/3 cup of sugar. And then I'm going to put in a pinch of salt and a little bit of cinnamon. And I have pre-cooked, this is just plain white rice. And I have 2 cups of plain white rice. So, now this is cooked rice. It's, so you're going to think to yourself, she's putting cooked rice in there and all that liquid. How is that going to be absorbed? Well, it's amazing how much liquid rice can absorb, because it will absorb it all. Now, the recipe also says that you can have optionally a 1/2 cup of raisins, and it's lovely if you have the raisins in it. I don't happen to have any raisins right now, and so therefore I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to make it without the raisins. Now, if you want snow white rice pudding, you wouldn't want to use the raisins, and you wouldn't want to put the cinnamon. So in alternative to the cinnamon, you could put some white vanilla. But if you want to have that, I'm going to leave my little, oh, you can't see it there, but I have a little fishy thing here. I've got to leave it right there for my spoon rest, so that if I need to put my spoon onto it, I'm not making my counter dirty. Okay, so you can see in the pot there. I'm just going to give this a stir to get it started. And my cinnamon is actually in a little bit of lump. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my whisk just for a moment so that cinnamon isn't staying in a lump. Okay, yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, let's just put this here so I can see. Now I'm going to just tell you what it says. I've got it on medium heat. It says, put them all in the pot, bring to a boil. Once it comes to the boil, lower the heat and simmer it, stirring occasionally until the milk is absorbed and the pudding is thick, approximately 20 minutes. Then it says that you can serve it warm or cool. Now, if you want to serve it warm, just go ahead and serve it warm. We like ours cool. So what I'm going to do with it, after I take it out of there and put it into a bowl, I'm going to take a piece of saran wrap and actually put the saran wrap straight onto the top of it, not up at the top of the bowl, but straight onto the top of the pudding. And that will keep it from forming at that skim on the top, which nobody wants that on the top of their pudding. So I think I'll go ahead and tell our story right now, and then if I have something else to talk about, I'll just keep talking, and if not, I will come back at the end. So my story this time is with my son. He was approximately, I think, 6 years old or so at the time. We lived up country in British Columbia, in a smaller town, and my parents still live down in the city. So we wanted to go down to the city to sort of I'm going to just turn this up a little bit, to go visit them and whatnot. And when we were down there, we went to this very large mall. Let me just grab my coffee. So we went to this very large mall, and it was one of the bigger ones in that area, and we had to go to the bank. So we had Colleen with us, and we went into the bank, and there was a bit of a lineup, so we were standing in the line, and I swear we did not take our eyes off that child. Two of us, two adults, we did not take our eyes off of that child for more than a minute, like maybe not even a minute. But anyway, we said something to each other, and we're looking at one another, and when we looked back down, he's not there. We just panicked because, I mean, it's a large mall, but the bank is right at the entrance to the mall. So we looked, he definitely wasn't there. We reported to the girl that we'd lost our son. She called down to the security people, and they automatically lock every door in the mall. So now not one person can get out of the mall because our son has been lost. Thankfully they do that, because if it had been a case of kidnapping or something, that would have been terrible. But it wasn't a case of that. It was a case of him being a little bugger. But anyway, he took off. And he thought it was hilarious, I guess, but he wanted to go to the toy store. So the toy store, we've never been in this mall, and this 6-year-old followed the little arrow signs to show him how to get to the toy store, which was down an escalator and around a bend. So anyway, they noticed him in the toy store without a parent. Then the announcement came over the loudspeaker that this child was missing. So they went and got him and took him to the security office. And we were told that they had him at the security office and we could go and pick him up, but that we had to be prepared because we'd have to show our ID and everything else in order to get this child back. So we got there and he saw us coming and he decided to put on a show, man. He was screaming and kicking his feet and yelling and having a little temper tantrum, and I'm not going with them and they're not my parents. And I said to her, I've got ID. And she said, listen, lady, the way he's acting, if you want him, he's yours. And I said, yes, he is. But anyway, so we took him by the hand and out we went, and he got a good talking to in the car and whatnot. But I said to him afterwards, like, if we'd been wanting to steal him, he would have definitely put up a fight and not gone with them. But here we were his parents, and that's the hullabaloo that he was bringing on. Oh my goodness. But we were sure glad that we didn't have a worse situation than we did. But I thought that was actually very good security for the mall to lock everything down just as quickly as they did. And, you know, this is coming along pretty good. My side is getting a little bit better. It's taken a while. You want to hear the stupidest thing about my side? It was originally this side. And I thought it had happened when I had brought something down from a closet shelf. And then I said, well, but I also had slept really well that night, and I'd slept kind of without moving around. So I thought, well, maybe I slept on the wrong side or whatever. Well, you know, the thing healed up, and the day that it healed up, that night, the other side went. And I said, it had to have been from sleeping, because I had to have slept on it the wrong way or something. But now, if it transfers back, then I'm going to be upset, because I've put up with it now to heal both sides. And the thing is, I can't do my A-linkering when it's like this. So I've had almost 2 weeks of not going and doing my A-linkering. So I said, I'm doing my A-linkering now, whether I'm better or not, but I'm hoping that it's going to be better. Oh, I can't wait to have this rice pudding. You know, sometimes we can't eat the whole rice pudding. Even taking a serving every day, it takes a while, and none of my kids like it. So I'm living now in an apartment building with lots of old people. They'll all like it. So I'll be able to find somebody that I can give the rest to. So I like that when I can share it around, you know. It's nice to do that. Once it comes up to a boil and I turn it down to a simmer, then I'm going to put you on hold and I will just do the rest of the 20 minutes and then I'll come back so that you're not stuck watching a pot boil. But I've got myself a lovely cup of coffee here. Oh, look, this is my cup that I like so much. Oh. Do you remember I was telling you the other day?
Here's a reminder. 3 levodopa is sorted.
That's one of my reminders that it's time to take tablets and whatnot. And that's my 6 o'clock in the morning reminder, but I've already taken it. I told you that the avocado oil was dark. Look at how dark that avocado oil is. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, in the other one, this is the vegetable, of course, and it's nice and clear. Okay, this is getting right up, getting ready to boil. And of course, you don't want to burn your milk. So, where's my cloth so I can just give this a quick wipe there. Once it comes up. Yes, if you can believe that, I'm making rice pudding at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's been another night of not sleeping. So, and my daughter's coming over today for a visit, which I like. So, that'll be nice. Oh, here we come. They say watch pot never boils. Well, it does boil. It just takes it a while to get there. All right. I'm at the point now where it's got just a gentle little bit of bursting of the bubbles. So I'm going to put you on hold. Okay, we'll be right back. Thought I'd bring you back for just a minute and show you. We're at about 15 minutes worth of cooking. And if you can see, it's starting to thicken, but it's still quite liquidy. It's taking longer than it does with milk. I will say that. The cream, it's taking a little bit longer. But I'm going to give it 25 minutes. And even if it is creamier than I would normally have it, when I take it out and it cools down, that will also still thicken. So I'll show you when I take it off, and then I will also bring you back when it's cooled so I can show you what it looks like in a bowl. Okay. Hello everybody, we're back. Okay, it's been 25 minutes since it started cooking. If you can see, it's still quite liquidy, but it is absorbing it. Like I said, if you did it with milk instead of cream, it wouldn't be quite that liquidy. I'm going to put that, let me move this over. I'm going to put it into, I wonder if that bowl is going to break. It shouldn't, hey? Maybe I think I'm going to let it cool down. I'm going to let it cool down because I'm going to put it in my Pioneer Woman bowl, and I'm not sure putting that hot of a liquid in. So I'm going to let this cool down. I'm going to put it in here, saran wrap the top. Then when it's cool enough to eat, I'm going to bring you back, and I'll bring you back and we'll share a bowl. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, I want to first of all show my husband's shirt to you. This is priceless. It's exactly who he is. This is my happy face. Do you see that? Ooh. Okay, now it's a little bit runnier because it hasn't been in the fridge all that long. But anyway, it's thickened up enough that we can eat it. And we're just going to see whether we're fond of this. My grandmother was known for her very white...
That's enough.
Okay, yeah. Very white rice pudding. But she never put raisins in it, and I did not do raisins this time. So, all right, let's have a taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
Should be sweeter.
A little better.
Yeah. If it had raisins, it would be a little sweeter. I don't know, I like it.
I do too.
Okay, we like it. It could be a little sweeter, but if it had the raisins, it would be sweeter. So, if you don't want to put raisins, maybe put a slight little bit more sugar. And if you I think it was good to do it with the cream instead of the milk. That made it richer. And that's it for today. See y'all tomorrow.